Hello, I'm Juan Esteban Salcedo, and I'm presenting today the case study of BMW, leveraging cloud and blockchain technologies with International Strategic Alliance. This is a Germany-based company and already achieved the second spot of the industry, having the mentioned strategic alliance with Microsoft Azure, Amazon Web Service, and Hyperledger Fabric. All these businesses are American and apply Industry 4.0 technologies, where blockchain represents a decentralized ledger for transactions containing immutable and transparent data. Its benefits come to the supply chain. This also implies stakeholders where consumers and customers are not exception, being part chain to project that will make all possible with every BMW vehicle. International is not easy task at all, especially if this company is a big one in terms of its operation and its representatives in its respective economic sectors. Consumer behavior and cultural understanding can be factors to consider, as well as a competition and a sustained competitive advantage based on resources allocation management. This bearing in mind the traditional value chain, the supply chain mainly compounds the operative section and the further result of this process, improve the marketing, sales and service part. However, operating isolated is no longer enough. Collaborative approaches have to be implemented based on network relationships. Leveraging resources that are acquired by a strategic alliance and gain speed of market entry and or complementary technology or management skills provided by these allies is key. Different areas have to be involved, but in fact marketing will never be out of this. Marketing has evolved from heavy marketing by itself and relationship marketing 2 decades ago as main factors, to keep internalization, joint ventures, and strategy to the last 2 decades. And in the last one, internalization marketing and emerging economies, all of these strengthens the collaborative requirements, which ultimately can help also in minimizing one's business uncertainty. As such, it is easier to find international companies nowadays. The situation in which we live boosts how organizations make connections with other organizations in order to leverage its resources and provide value to its stakeholders, in which consumers are contained, of course. Digital product services that can be shared between strategic allies are powerful to differentiate another company's product services, as the BMW's case is. This is a commonly known company for being an international leader of its industry, but partnering with Microsoft Azure and AWS as well as Hyperledger Fabric gives a whole added value to the company and brand. Now, the company pertains to the premium and luxury cars industry, and it is following the undisputed leader, which is Daimler AG. Brands besides BMW, such as Audi or Mercedes-Benz, have experienced interesting steady growth in electric cars, which can also lower costs, besides social and environmental positive impacts. Sales of this industry have decreased a bit, yet BMW is a company that keeps itself solid in performance and is growing, while the previous graph showed BMW surpassed for a little Volkswagen. This is one show it is no coincidence. It is sustained and forecast performance. Accordingly, this performance will be now quite linked to the already mentioned strategic alliance. Services integration is based on the supply chain with an ambitious project called Part Chain, where automotive parts across the supply chain will be tracked. The success of this implementation have been proven with Ford and Volkswagen, so BMW is now both standardizing and adapting, while leveraging all its shared disposable resources. Tamper-proof and verifiable transaction collection of data built with this cloud and blockchain digital product services is the main benefit of the strategic alliance, that may be seen at first as B2B solution. However, consumers as stakeholders of the whole process are also affected. Connecting procurement, supplies, production, and sales brings transparency and verifiable authenticity of this luxury brand to the consumers. Pure marketing terms, besides strengthening the value and supply chain, the position of BMW will grow due to this alliance, and consumer confidence will grow as well. Almost every consumer process will be now automated and securely stored, and that is why the already obvious importance of this industry in the region will increase due to digitalization. To conclude, it can be said that the strategic alliance can lead to many benefits for the company and thus for its stakeholders, including directly or indirectly customers, particularly basing it on a digital product services that complements and integrates with a company's already existing product is perfect, such as having Microsoft AWS and Apple Digital Fabric with Industry 4.0 technologies. Surely negotiation must have been harsh, but the impact of the whole traditional value chain, information flows, the transparency, verifiable transaction, documentation, and collaborative approach followed by this will have a long-term positive impact. Therefore, BMW can be proud of this strategic decision and its consumers of this now easier and improved relationship with the company via its products and complementary services.